35 million kids play organized sports each year, and half of those children are playing in leagues or groups outside of school. This hour's newsmaker is here to discuss why it's not only important for these kids to be active, but why it's important that their coaches and mentors receive the proper training. Herman Dubois is the Miami Regional Director for the Up to Us organization. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Got your name almost right, maybe?
Close enough. Close enough.
Well, tell me a little bit, first of all, about how this works in terms of the coaching that you give to the coaches themselves, because that's so important.
Well, it starts off with organizations, predominantly nonprofit organizations, becoming members of the Up to Us national movement. We have currently over 600 organizations that focus on youth sports as part of this movement, which is very clear. Utilizing sports as the solution to dealing with the issues that affect young people: obesity, academic performance, youth violence, and criminal behavior. And so what we do is we get these organizations who have embraced this concept of sports-based youth development to become part of this movement. Once they become part of this coalition, they can apply for funding through Up to Us, which allows them to receive resources, to hire coaches, to provide a service. And we're very clear about this service that these coaches provide throughout the course of their contract, which in turn allows them to participate in our training institutes that we hold throughout the country, which provide them with the sort of nuances, the techniques, and the skill sets to go back into their communities and coach the kids through all the sports that they may offer, but particularly with life skills. It's about what we learn on the field and how can that help us in the game of life off the field.
Off the field. So coaches in particular, I mean, we saw what happened at Rutgers University in terms of the coach, and he had to resign. What exactly do coaches often miss the mark on, and what are you trying to teach them about those off the field or off the court relationships?
It's the classic cliches that many folks have heard. We don't determine success based on wins or success based on statistics. We're very clear about our intention. It's about preparing young people with life skills that are going to help them succeed and win in the game of life. So in the case with Rutgers University, clearly it's a very engaged environment. College sports, we know, is a multi-million-dollar, if not billion-dollar market. And not every coach necessarily is focused on youth development at that level per se. And so there are a lot of, I guess, rationales and reasons behind why coaches may coach the way they do. And some may feel that they get the most out of their players by that sort of Army boot camp type of interference or intervention per se. But we're talking about the relevance that young people have to be able to succeed in life once they leave the safety of the field. And yelling at a child or demeaning a child or talking to them in a condescending way, we've learned and research shows, is not going to motivate the child to exceed not only on the court, but off the court.
And I understand, too, that you also want to make sure that communities understand obviously the value and usefulness of having young people who are involved in sports they may not traditionally be involved in get involved and learn different things on and off the field. Interesting work that you did after Katrina and making sure that the young people have the opportunity to get involved in sports and become active again.
Without a doubt. I mean, New Orleans is a phenomenal city, and obviously the city has come together as a result of the unfortunate incidents with Katrina. But sports, clearly, whether there's been a natural disaster that's occurred or you visit any urban community in the country that's deprived, sports is that outlet. Sports is that escape. So if we know that children who are involved in sports are less likely to drop out of school, we know children who are involved in sports are less likely to become incarcerated, we know that children who are involved in sports are less likely to become victims of obesity, then how are we not using sports to advance the opportunities for children to succeed in life?
Well, I want to thank you so much for being with us, Herman Dubois. Hopefully I got it right. Thank you so much for being with us.
Yes, thank you very much.
And thank you, too, for watching. I'm Candace Kelly.